There is another level. The only reason you keep saying there isn't is you feel so exhausted about where you are. But life, the universe, or God is just testing you because there is another level. If this is good, giant jump to excellence, giant from good, poor to good to excellence. There's a level where all your dreams are realized. There's a level that you've always dreamed about. It is real. It has not gone away. But it takes that extra burst when you think there's nothing left, there's no way, you've tried everything 10 million times and you keep going. It's almost like God is saying, if you keep hitting this wall enough times, I will see that you will not stop, that you are filled with that level of determination, faith, and courage, and then the door opens and you get to that next level. But what most people don't know is, the next level is just 2 millimeters above. And it's called outstanding, ladies and gentlemen, outstanding. What's it called? What's it called? What's it called? Outstanding, magnificent, unstoppable, extraordinary, not excellent. It's a different level. It's a level where you are not one of the best, you are the best. And you know what's amazing? You only have to be 2 millimeters more than everybody else and you get everything. You get the joy, the laughter, the fun, the family, the passion, the economics, the freedom, the spirit. It's all there. What Jerry Maguire called the Quan, baby. All of it. And it's just 2 millimeters above, and most excellent people give up because they're exhausted. And there's some people who go, the harder I hit it, the more I hit it, sooner or later it's going down, I'm not stopping. And when you do that enough, it pops open.
I would like to know, when you're in that moment failing, and you have to keep going, what do you say to yourself?
What if? A lot of times I'll be in a 200-mile run or something like that, and I'm all jacked up. Body's broken, mind's broken, spirit's broken. I start to say, what if I can pull this off? When I first walked into the Navy SEAL recruiter's office, he looked at me and said, there's only been 35 African Americans in 70 years make it through. You know what I said to myself? What if I can be the 36th? It's the what if I can pull off a miracle. What if I can become someone that no one thinks I can be? And just me talking about that, I have the hair going up on my arms, because it makes me just like, what if I can be that guy that people who call nigger and this and that, and now I'm speaking at Tom Ferry's event.
It's hard changing your life. It was hard when just over 3 years ago, in the Penobscot building in Detroit, Michigan, where I was operating my business, and I fell on some hard times, and I was sleeping in my office. It was hard coming into the lobby, and the security said, excuse me, Mr. Brown, can we see you for a moment? And I said, yes, and I walked up to the counter, and he gave me an envelope. And he said, would you mind reading it here? And I opened the envelope, and the envelope was from management that said, this is an office tower. It's not a hotel. Please do not sleep in your office. And I said, excuse me, sir. I said, I just work long hours in creating my business. I'm an entrepreneur. And right now things are bad for me, but they're not going to be this way always. And I just asked for the opportunity to continue to operate like I'm doing. I'm not trying to make this my home. And it was hard coming through the lobby. And sometimes they would laugh. There's a guy talking about becoming successful. And look at him. He's bathing in the bathroom upstairs on the 21st floor. He sleeps on the floor. Him and 2 other dreamers up there. Look at him. It was hard, ladies and gentlemen, coming to speak to people. And I was facing financial difficulties in my own life. I was behind on my bills and my dreams, and I'm saying to them, you can live your dream. It was hard, ladies and gentlemen. It was very difficult to pick myself up each day believing that I could do it. There were times that I doubted myself. I said, God, why is this happening to me? I'm just trying to take care of my children and my mother. I'm not trying to steal or rob from anybody. Why did this have to happen to me? It was very hard. And here's what I want to say to you. For those of you that have experienced some hardships, don't give up on your dream. No one could have convinced me by holding on, by continuing to push forward, by continuing to run toward my dream, that one day I would have my own talk show. It's a long shot, ladies and gentlemen, from Liberty City, an abandoned building on a floor, never knowing my mother or father. It's a long shot. Being here with you today in this dome in Atlanta, it's a long shot. No college training, labeled educable, mentally retarded, but I kept running toward my dream.
Here's the concept of the book. You know, as we talked about the power broke and the fact that I wanted to get people to realize, stop using the fact that you don't have money as an excuse. I understand everybody else in the world tells you need money to make money and all that other kind of stuff.
Yep.
And I want to give people the mentality of, all right, listen, I'm going to need to do this myself, and I need to use my Slack resources or the resources that are right in front of me to get where I want to go. So now, after a lot of people have responded to that book really well, and at first I thought they were going to hear power broke. I don't want to be reminded of me being broke, or I don't want to hear when Dame was broke. They responded to really, really amazing way. They started to ask, well, what are the techniques? You know, I need now I have the mentality. What are techniques that you do every single day, and why are you more successful than this person, or this person more successful than this person? We all have the same 24 hours in a day. So that's when I created this new one, Rise and Grind. And the theory is that, listen, every day we're going to rise. If we're not going to rise, we're dead, right? That's your defense. You're just rising, right?
Sure.
But your grind is your offense. And I've studied, I believe, I've studied dozens of subjects, but I put about 16 subjects in this new book, and they range from everywhere from award-winning actress Catherine Zeta-Jones to Carlos Santana, to our crazy friend Gary Vee, to a young man named Kyle Maynard who was born with no arms and no legs, and Army crawled Mount Kilimanjaro. I'm sure you know him as well. To various other people, Brian. Lee, who started Shoe Dazzle
with Kardashians, right?
with Kardashians, LegalZoom, and then all of a sudden he does Honest Company with Jessica Alba.
I love that story. He wanted to be a rapper.
He wanted to be a rapper. I think he's a young he was a young Asian man who told his parents he's moving to New York to be a rapper. I'm not even going to tell you his rapping name. I'll let you read the book. I asked them all the same questions, and then some different ones. What do you do the first 90 minutes of your day? What do you do the last 90 minutes of your day? What did you do when you were 20 that you no longer do when you're 40? What did you do when you were 20 that you forgot to do? And then when you start doing it again, when you were 40 or 50, you realize what got you back to this point.
Yeah.
And I found probably over 50 things in there that everybody did in some way or another very similar. Whether in the Joel Osteen, whether it's in the morning, they either prayed, meditated, mentally like me, set a goal, and zoned out. They took some time for themselves.
Yeah.
And I found various other things, and it's amazing and fascinating. So